Thanks for coming to the show. It was a breakout the galoshes kind of day here in Los Angeles. I don't know if you heard, there's a bomb cyclone on the loose. That's what we call rain here, a bomb cyclone. Also the name of the breakdance crew Guillermo and I started back in 1995.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Remember that, Guillermo?
I do,
right?
yeah.
There you go. Here in Southern California, rain is a very big deal to us. Rain is like, it's like seeing Ben Affleck getting Starbucks instead of Dunkin' Donuts. It's scary. There are flood warnings across the state. This is pretty crazy. You see on the weather radar, there's a giant leaf of romaine lettuce headed directly for Fresno. Residents are advised to board up windows and stock up on vinaigrette, just in case. But the rest of the country is cold. This was the scene up in Washington State where icy conditions made even walking from your front door to your car a treacherous endeavor. Now, this guy, he is being careful. He took it very slow. He's surveying the scene. You know, like, See, as now gravity takes charge. And yeah, there he is by the door to his the passenger side. I'm sure he'll be fine. If he, oh no, he's and if you see a man in a neon hoodie sliding past your home, please contact the local police. That's about how things are going for Southwest Airlines so far this year. Southwest got hit with another outage yesterday, grounded about 140 flights. Passengers already on board were told their planes were unable to fly, which is bad because as an airline, your planes being able to fly is one of the main things. So the CEO of Southwest apologized again, but he explained that as a discount airline, one of the ways they keep prices low is by not flying passengers to their destinations. Southwest is such a mess right now, you would think they got bought out by Elon Musk. And meanwhile, Musk family members? In Washington, the Republicans in the House of Representatives, they're giving Southwest a run for their money right now. They've been in power for 2 days. So far, putting Republicans in charge of the House has been like putting woodchucks in charge of your lawn. It has, after 6 votes over the past 2 days, they finally elected a Speaker of the House. Remember this dude? Yeah, he's the...
Glad to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see you, too. He was able to bring his brothers and sisters together somehow. No, Republicans once again failed to reach consensus on who will be their Speaker today. Kevin McCarthy lost 3 rounds of voting yesterday, another 3 rounds today. They just keep voting over and over again. He's now lost 6 times in 2 days. Who would have guessed that a bunch of insurrection apologists would have trouble certifying a vote? It's what McCarthy needs 218 votes from his fellow Republicans to be Speaker. He started with 203. He's down now to 201. The last time a Kevin felt disabandoned in his house was in the movie Home Alone. The problem for McCarthy is this so-called Freedom Caucus, this ultra-conservative group. He got caucus blocked by them. The election deniers. I don't know why he doesn't just declare he won. Isn't that how it works in that party? He's like, yeah, I won, that's it. But what makes it even worse is that Kevin McCarthy already moved his stuff into the Speaker's office before the vote even happened, which is not too bright. It's like showing up for a Tinder date with a toothbrush. But the reason it's a big deal is the House can't do anything until they elect a Speaker. So now, I guess they decided just to reconvene tonight. The last time something like this happened was 100 years ago. And I'll tell you something, damn it, Joe Biden solved it then, and he can solve it again now. But Joe Biden has nothing to do with this. But our former president this morning, Carrot Flop, twiddled his little thumbs on Truth Social to post a statement in support of Kevin McCarthy. And he really busted out the all caps button for this one. He wrote, "It's time now for all of our great Republican House members to vote for Kevin, close the deal, take the victory, and watch crazy Nancy Pelosi fly back home to a very broken California, the only speaker in U.S. history to have lost the House twice. Republicans do not turn a great triumph into a giant, embarrassing defeat." And as the father of Eric and Don Jr., this is a man who knows giant and embarrassing defeat. It's time to celebrate. You deserve it. Kevin McCarthy will do a good job and maybe even a great job. He gave a more forceful endorsement to stuffed crust pizza than to Kevin McCarthy. Trump even called the holdouts personally to tell them, hey, vote for Kevin McCarthy, and they ignored him. I have to admit, it's fun to watch these animals stabbing each other in the back. It's like the House of Cards, but everyone is Kevin Spacey. So now, with no designated speaker, nothing happens. Newly elected Congress people can't be sworn in. Committees can't be formed. No one knows who's supposed to throw mice to Marjorie Taylor Greene at feeding time. It's a mess. Republicans did manage to get one thing done yesterday. As their first act as the majority, they removed the metal detectors from the entrance to the House, which was cause for great celebration for a very smug little Hooters hostess named Lauren Boebert.
When I arrived in Congress 2 years ago, Nancy Pelosi put this hunk of garbage outside of the House chambers for members of Congress to go through. Today, they are being removed, and we are turning Pelosi's house back into the people's house.
Oh, good. It's extremist home makeover, Congress edition. What, they're against metal detectors now? She wanted to remove because the plate in her head makes it go off. And I mentioned this last night. The Speaker of the House doesn't have to be a congressperson. It can be any American over 25 years old. And if they can't settle on one of their own, one guy has an interesting plan, and that guy is the MyPillow man, Mike Lindell.
Has any of them put Donald Trump's name in there yet?
So far, I have not heard Donald Trump's name being mentioned.
Everybody's texting me, going, why doesn't somebody put his name in there and get this done?
We interviewed...
I think what people need to realize that if he went in, even if it was for 2 or 3 months, I believe that he could, just appoint someone, or when he would leave, if he would. But I think what he could get straightened out in 3 months.
Yeah, can you imagine Donald Trump Speaker of the House? Nothing would ever. He'd spend every session banging that gavel like it was a porn star. Mike Lindell, by the way, also had a message for someone who I think would make a great Speaker of the House, and that person happens to be me.
Hey, Jimmy, how was your New Year? I'd love to come on your show, Mr. Jimmy. I don't care if I got to go in the crane game across the street like you joked that one day. I got new stuff, Jimmy. How about we have a new interview this year to break in the new year? I told him he could be on the show if he did it from inside the claw machine at Dave & Buster's across the street. That offer still stands, by the way. That's very on the table. I say to Mike, the only way to bring down the machines is to climb inside the machines, okay? Down in Louisiana, I don't know if you heard about this, they have a new state law that requires a government-issued ID in order to watch online pornography. For real, porn sites are now required to verify the age of customers in Louisiana with a digital identification card or a driver's license, which I feel bad for the workers at the DMV who are, I'm here for my masturbator's permit. And what makes them think this is gonna work? Let me tell you, them teenage boys are smart. If you put porn at the bottom of the sea, they would grow gills and swim to it. The law also states that a site is considered to be pornographic if more than a third of its content features sex acts or explicit imagery, which means there are already new sites popping up to try to get around the new rules.
The state of Louisiana is banning minors from accessing websites whose pornographic content exceeds 30%. Introducing Pornhub. Pornhub is the only adult entertainment site comprised of 1/3 explicit images and 2/3 public records from the Louisiana Department of Housing and Urban Development. Pornhub has all the information you need about first-time homebuyer incentives, eviction protection, disaster relief, and horny step-milfs who want it so bad they can't get enough. This month, Pornhub starts the year with big natural hot tub lesbians and an in-depth interview with U.S. Housing and Urban Development Secretary Marsha Fudge. Pornhub, 30% hot, as directed by law. Void where prohibited. Prohibited where void. Use promo code FUDGE for 30% off your first 30 days.
Apologies to Marsha. We have a new #1 movie in the world. Avatar: The Way of Water officially edged out Top Gun: Maverick today to become the biggest box office hit of the year. It's racked up $1.5 billion. And this is good. Over the holidays, a guy named Oscar went to see the new Avatar, his local movie theater. He wound up getting a show before the show from an employee there who is now known as the popcorn guy.
Very cool. Yeah. That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah, there you go. And of course, The internet fell in love with the Popcorn Guy's video. I think it's been seen more than 14 million times, and we fell in love with him too. So we tracked him down, and joining us now from the Cinemark 16 Theater in Corpus Christi, Texas, please welcome Jason Grosball, the Popcorn Guy. Jason.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How does it feel to be the king of popcorn?
It feels amazing. I never once thought I'd ever get to this point.
Yeah, I would imagine that this came as a surprise. How did you find out that it was suddenly a viral video?
Honestly, one of my friends told me about it the other day, and I didn't even know about it until I started getting Discord calls about it, and then it started blowing up out of nowhere. It was honestly surprising.
Are people recognizing you at the theater now?
Oh yeah, people are recognizing me all the time. I get texts from everybody. I get photos of everybody. People record me all the time. It feels amazing.
When did you start doing this magic with popcorn?
I started about 5 years ago. I actually learned from a friend of mine, Jordan. He did it as a little joke, and he couldn't drop it all the time. But I freaking wanted to keep practicing it over and over until I got perfected it. I've been doing it for about 10 years, though.
I'm surprised you haven't joined the Harlem Globetrotters or something. Okay, so let's say I order a large popcorn with extra butter. Walk me through the process of how you would fill that bucket.
All right. So I got my popcorn right here.
Yeah.
I got my butter right here.
Okay.
And I got my trusty bucket.
All right. Here we go.
I give you a bit of popcorn right here. Toss it up a little bit for the butter. Spin it around a little bit. Toss it up a little bit again. Spin it around. Put some more butter. Put a little more popcorn. More butter. And then I'm going to give it one more spin, and then I'm going to top it off one more time, and then I'm going to put some butter on it.
That's beautiful. Really, it's kind of hypnotic to watch.
Thank you.
Did you come up with this yourself? Did you study at Orville Redenbacher University or something?
Nah, I'm self-taught. I got bored one day and just started doing it.
Nice. Do you do this? Do you do tricks at the soda machine too, or you stick to popcorn?
I mainly stick to popcorn. I've tried the soda machine once. It just got all over the floor. It's super messy. I'm going to keep trying it, but I don't want to keep making messes over
Well,
it.
I love somebody who loves his job, like you obviously do. I assume you do you?
Oh, I love my job more than anything in the world right now.
What are you doing
on
March 12th, Jason? Because I'm hosting the Oscars this year, and if you're interested, we could probably use the world's greatest popcorn bucket filler at the Dolby Theater,
I love to watch the Oscars with you guys. I love to just see everything going on. I like to see you present it to us.
Do you think you could get the weekend off to make popcorn for Tom Cruise? Is that possible?
Oh, man, if I got the weekend off for Tom Cruise, that'd be amazing. I would totally do it if they told me to.
Let's make it happen then.
Yeah,
Let's do it. All right. Well, we'll set it up. We'll bring you out here. And we'll see you in March. And don't forget to bring your scoop.
I'll definitely keep it on me.
Okay. All right. There you go. That's Jason, everybody. Thank you, Jason.
Bye. Have a good night, guys.